What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. We're going to talk about detect vulnerability. I'm going to share you my goods and bads of this. Does it work? Yes, it does. It does what it's supposed to do. But does it do it effectively enough to want to keep it as a mod? Let's talk about it. Alright, Helios Sentinels. We know that this new detect vulnerability is in the Cephalon Samaris. It's 75,000 rep to get it. It detects weak spots on enemies that you've already scanned, fully scanned in the codex, and it's very similar to Banshee sonar. Yes, indeed it is. It does that. It shows you the weak spots. If you hit the weak spots, it's a 2x multiplier on whatever damage you're doing. Most times they're going down. It's got a really good range on it. I've read that it's about 30 meters. So, with that said, yeah, it sounds like an effective thing. Now, let's talk about everything else about it. Number one, you've got to prioritize this into your first slot, because if you don't, it's almost going to never scan. Okay, so you've got to do prioritization in your modding. Okay. Number two, it is almost like scanning with Helios, and it can be a pain in the ass. Now, we all know when Helios goes to scan, it scans once, then it scans again, and then on the third scan is when it actually accepts it, right? So it's 3 scans. Well, guess what this thing is doing? It's doing the same exact damn thing, except you're not seeing it. So it'll sit there. It'll do what would be essentially a first scan. Or it would do what would be essentially a second scan. And then by the time it reaches the third scan is when it's actually going to show you the vulnerability. You're not going to see it doing the scanning. You're just going to wait till it actually happens. So by the time that happens, you've either killed the enemy, they've killed you, or you just don't give a shit anymore. I mean, it's that bad. Yes, it's great when it works, but for the most part, it doesn't. It can't be attached to the scanning capabilities of Helios. Absolutely not. I've already scanned everything. It should just be able to pick it up. Whether there's a short delay in it, 1 or 2 seconds or something like that, fine. But it shouldn't still be attached mod-wise to the capability of the scanning of the Helios, because right now it's broken in that state. Now, as well, it doesn't necessarily scan the enemy that you're targeting to show you the vulnerability. I could be looking directly at an enemy. I could sit there for 5 to 10 seconds or longer, and it'll never scan that damn enemy right in front of me. It'll randomly scan something else and show the vulnerability of something else. Right now, at best, this mod is good if you're going to be stealth sniping from a distance. That's about it. I hope they fix it, because it would be really cool to have. It doesn't have to be something as perfect as Banshee's is, where it's on all the time and it's scanning multiple enemies. I'm not asking for that. I'm just asking for it to freaking work. That's it. I don't want to have to wait 10, 15 seconds for it to scan an enemy and show me a vulnerability of one that I've been looking at for 10 to 15 seconds when it's already scanned something else. Anyway, that's it. Pick it up if you want. Put it in there if you've got space. That's fine. I don't highly recommend this thing right now, because in its current state, it's broken. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.